What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and can I tell you something? Kandi and the Gang is getting pretty daggone good. All right, so let's just get into it, shall we? All right, y'all. So we are on episode 6 of Kandi and the Gang, and I must say I have really been enjoying this show. I feel like it gives more of a realistic spin of life, right? It's not always drama, it's not always some manufactured BS. It's like this is really what happens behind the scenes in a restaurant. Okay, so I just really love how this is coming together and just really showing another aspect of Candy's life, somebody that a lot of people really look up to in business, in the music industry, etc., etc. So we are now at episode 6. We start off the episode with the Detroit old ladies coming in. I was looking at the one lady like, damn, I know they getting their booties done up in Atlanta, but this will look crazy. But it was a costume, thank the good Lord. So they come in there. Even Honora was looking at her like, okay, well, what the hell going on? What? Who are you again? So they introduce themselves, and then moving right along, Chandrika comes in with her drama, and she's still on this witch hunt after everybody to figure out who the hell was talking, who told Kandi and Todd that she was running her dick sucker. Now, here's my thing, girl, you always talking shit. So, like, it could have been anybody at this point. And how about throughout this whole process, what's puzzling about Chandrika to me is that why are you not thinking maybe I should shut the hell up versus who done told what I done said? Girl, you say so much all the time. Like it could have been the damn dishwasher for all you know, because you always running around here talking shit. So, like, really? Really? You really on playing Inspector Gadget around here trying to figure out who said what and who said that? Girl, it was you. So anyway, she talks to Torin and tells him about her little, search for the snitch, okay? And she says at first she thought it was Melvin and she thought it was or Patrick, but Torin was like, they don't really strike me as snitches. And here's the thing. She thinks that Patrick said something, but Patrick didn't say anything to Kandi about people. Saw people in comments saying, "Oh, Patrick did snitch" or whatever. And I saw another YouTuber say Patrick told Kandi. He told Kandi about her saying something about the salary at the Dollar Tree being higher than what they pay at the restaurant, not about her saying that Kandi don't care about the restaurant. And even that, he admitted that at the team meeting in front of Chandrika. So he wasn't doing anything behind her back. So y'all need to really watch the damn show before y'all be talking shit. But anyway, that's another story. So Torin is basically like, I don't think Melvin and Patrick is out here snitching on you. Like, it ain't that deep for them. And then she goes into everybody else. And then she's like, maybe Rashard said it. Maybe he did. So then she goes and talks to him. And she asks Patrick and no, this is not happening yet. I'm skipping ahead, y'all. So she said she talked so much stuff that she don't even know who said it at this point. So she thought it was Melvin and Patrick. Torrin said it wasn't. So she's like, she's just gonna look into everybody at this point. So in the next scene, Patrick and Melvin have Kandi over to see their place. Now I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I thought Kandi got them this apartment. So for her to come over there and be like, oh, this is really nice, guys. I don't know why I thought maybe she got this apartment for them. But maybe they got they really did get the apartment themselves, and she's coming over to visit them and see how it looks. So as she's coming in, of course, Patrick is the most vocal one. Melvin seems like he's just very digging the scene in the gangster lean, ooh, ooh, in the back. Okay. He is not the type that want to be seen. He ain't trying to be talking all this stuff. He's just like, listen, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Okay. I'm here. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I'm just chilling like a villain. Okay. So Patrick is talking about Safari this, Safari that. Safari don't want me to take a shit more than 2 times a day. Like, I don't know what's going on with Patrick and Safari. I hope this is really like a played up thing, because from all his accolades of being high school football guy and popular dude and all this, it's giving corny, Patrick. Like, come on, sir. I get it. Maybe you cheated on your girlfriends in the past and you just really got to play up this one. I don't know what's going on, but knock it off with the Safari. Cut the shit. All right. So even Kandi was like, "You talking about Safari a whole lot. Like, your life revolve around her. She wearing the pants. Like, what's going on here?" And then when he showed that damn TV hanging off of a chain, I done seen it all. I that don't look safe. I'm just gonna say that. I would it ain't my aesthetic. It's not what I'm trying to do with my TV in my house. So, but you like it, I don't love it. Anyway, moving on. So then they get into talking about the housewarming, and he's like, "Yeah, I really want to have a housewarming, but Safari really ain't rocking." And Kandi is like, "Well, you always been like the life of the party type of dude, so like." She gotta respect that that's your personality, and she need to go on get down, and you go ahead and have this daggone housewarming party and knock it the hell off. And she was like, "But I do understand if she don't want you to invite Chandrika, because y'all did have history, y'all was fooling around, so it is what it is, but at the end of the day, it's your house, so you do whatever you want to do." And so Patrick was like, "You know what, you're right, I'ma had a housewarming." I'm like, "You done changed your damn mind about this housewarming 50 damn times in one episode." Okay, I guess he gonna have a housewarming now, child, because they did show previews of it. So whatever. So then, Kandi was basically like, I just don't want Safari to be trying to control you. She needs to be more so trying to support you. And I think Patrick kind of gets that. So in the next scene, Don Juan, Kandi, Todd, and Philip meet to discuss some things about the restaurant. And then, he shows them. So, and then Don Juan shows them some pictures and images for some promotions that they're going to be doing. And along with that, he shows them videotape of Brandon and Dominique in the back making out. Okay. So, they're just like, "Okay, we got to do something about this, because now y'all up in here fraternizing, and we can't be having all that. Okay, you can't be percolating around, and you ain't getting no damn work done. So if y'all up here kissing and humping around in the back, who out here managing the peoples and making the drinks? Like, we can't be having all of this." All right. So then Don Juan also talks to Pebbles, which is someone else that works at the restaurant, about Brian's sobriety. Apparently, she saw Brian with some wine bottles, and she said that, she was really a big part of him, helping him get to a good point in his life with his sobriety. And she remembers that him carrying around wine, was like the starting point to his downfall. And so she just really doesn't want to ignore the signs. And she's letting Don Juan know, so that, he can have a conversation with him and kind of see where his head is at. So Don Juan says, "Yeah, I'm definitely going to talk to Brian about that and see what's going on." So then they all talk again. Don Juan, Philip, Kandi, and Todd are sitting together, and the OLGs come in, and they discuss items that they're going to put on the market to represent the restaurant, like seasonings, sauces, different types of things that they can kind of sell outside of the restaurant, which I'm really happy for them, because they are really trying to make this like a household name. And, Todd also agrees to work in the kitchen. So apparently he's going to actually go work in the kitchen. He said the only way that he's going to do it, though, is if everybody else does it with him. And I understand that, because him going in there by himself means absolutely nothing if they don't see him doing it. And then also, if they're all doing it together, they can all really see what it's like to be in the kitchen and really understand the gripes that they have and how hard it is to really run that restaurant, because you really can't complain about anything unless you really know what it's all about. So in the next scene, Don Juan talks to Brian, and he straight up asks him, "How's your sobriety going?" Because Pebbles then told me that she done seen you with the wine bottles, and child, I don't know what's going on with you and the wine bottles, but wine and an alcoholic don't mix, okay? And Brian was like, "Yeah, I definitely did have some wine. I still drink wine, and I'm not going to lie and tell you that I'm not drinking wine." He said, "I even had some tequila like 2 weeks ago." He said, "However, you have to understand, everybody's road to sobriety is different. He said, I took my road to God. He said, I'm not the AA type of guy. I wasn't the one, I'm not, the one going to the rehab facility and all of that. He's like, this is how I am cleansing myself and going on my journey. He was like, wine is not the problem. You got to understand, I was on a whole bunch of prescription drugs. I had the guy coming and meeting me at work, giving me my re-up, He basically, listen, I've never been addicted to any type of substance, and I pray to the good Lord that I never am or ever have to deal with someone that I love being addicted to a substance. But I can imagine that everybody's road to recovery doesn't look the same. So, yeah, ideally, do you think that an alcoholic should be drinking wine? No. But it's just like having a person that was addicted to food that's overweight. You can't tell them not to eat any more food because you need food for sustenance, right? So I don't know. I don't know what that looks like, but prayerfully, and a lot of times people that are on drugs or previous alcoholics and things like that, they are very manipulative and they know how to pull the wool over your eyes to make you think that things are they're doing well and they're not. Okay. So I hope that that's not what Brian is doing. And I really do hope that he is on the road to recovery, a steadfast road to recovery. And he's not rearing off of the path. He also reveals to Don Juan about his sister passing away 3 weeks ago. And he said, now, at that moment in time where I was in the bed for 2 weeks and I couldn't get out, if you were coming to me about that then, maybe that would have been something we could, I could understand. He said, but no, I'm not in that dark place anymore. He was like, you gotta understand, I'm at wine now. I was drinking a gallon of vodka a day. That's a total difference. Okay. So again, that's his process. I'm not going to judge his process. I've never been an alcoholic or had to be on that road to recovery, if you will, with an alcoholic. So I'm just praying for Brian's journey to be a positive one and that he doesn't backslide. Okay. So in the next scene, Safari comes to Patrick's house with plants and a rug, and he ends up saying to her, my cousin Kandi came over the other day, and she told me that I really should have the housewarming party. And actually, I thought about it. I really do want to have the housewarming party, and I need you to be in support of that. I need you to just be there with me and be okay with it. And she's like, you know what? I am. I'm good with that. I'm okay with the housewarming party. And here's my thing. It's not even really a question of him asking her if he can have the housewarming party. It's more of, I think he needs to just understand her gripes with it. The whole thing is she just really didn't want Chandrika over there. And I get it because you used to be fucking her. So why would I want to be hanging and kicking the bobo, rubbing elbows with some bitch that you used to be fucking around with? And clearly Chandrika's still thinking about this guy because she always got some shit to say. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I understand what's going on with, her not wanting Safari not wanting Chandrika over there. So moving right along, next scene, Chandrika talks to Rashard and asks him, did he tell Kandi and Todd that they said that she didn't care, that she said that they didn't care about their restaurant? And Rashard is looking at her like, bitch, now I know you fucking lying and coming over here talking to me. Like, I'm up here. I already don't like that they don't got no iPad and I got to be calling people on my personal damn cell phone to tell them that their table ready. And then you coming over here popping off with me with the bullshit. I ain't got time for this shit today. Okay. So he is like, no, I ain't tell them that, girl. Check these people in. What the hell what is the goings on right about now? You know what? They don't pay me enough for this. I can see it all in his face. So he is irritated over that. So he goes and talks to Don Juan. He's like, listen, I don't mean no harm, but maybe I do. You get your girl. Cause I'm really uncomfortable. She came up to me asking me, did I say XYZ? And Don Juan is like, all right now. All right. It's time to pump the brakes on the bullshit. So he pulls Chandrika to the side. He's like, let's go outside and have a chat. She's like, oh my God, it's hot out there. Like, she probably like, damn, again? What the hell I done did now? So she goes outside, and long story short, Don Juan just basically shows her the video. He's like, so did you say it or did you not say it? She's like, no, I didn't say that. So he rolls out that beautiful bean footage and shows her ass saying it. I'm like, damn, Chandrika, you talk so much shit. And you admittedly said that you talk shit so much that you don't even know what you done said. Or you probably did say it. She don't know what she said or not. Now she sees it on the Kandi camera. You on Kandi camera now, okay? And they done seen your ass saying it. So now she looking like Boo Boo the goddamn fool. And I'm like, girl, you gotta shut your mouth. Cause you just running around here. And Don Juan is like, listen, you need to either get with the program and be a part of the solution, because right now you are continuously being a part of the problem, and that's not a good look for you. So I'm gonna need you to pick a side and stick to it. And I hope you pick the side that's gonna keep you with a job. Because if you think long, you think wrong, and you're gonna keep doing the wrong thing, and you're gonna end up the fuck out of here. That's just basically what it is. So anyway, the OLGs come in dressed to work, child. Kandi and Todd come in as well. So they all sit down, and everybody gets their assignments for the day, because this is the day that everybody's going to be working in the kitchen. So so Todd is going to be on egg duty because a lot of people order the deviled eggs, and Kandi is going to be on sweet potato duty, and the OLGs are going to pretty much be helping both of them do everything. Okay. So everybody's in the kitchen. Todd is back there realizing that this is not as easy as he makes it seem. And I think he's really back there developing more respect for Melvin. And I really appreciate how Melvin really was in control of the kitchen. Like this is his element. He is in charge. He's taking, he's not one of those people that, oh, I work for my cousin, I can do whatever I want. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's really taking his job seriously, and quality control is his thing. He talks about how the fried foods, if they're messed up, that can really mess up the whole day. So he's on top of that, and on top of the eggs, because those are the top selling items. So you got to make sure that those things are rolling and strolling through, and that they're top tier on the list of things to make sure they are done properly. So Todd gives him his kudos at the end, and he basically says, listen, y'all, I agree, y'all work hard, and by the way, I ain't doing this shit ever again. I ain't working in the damn kitchen no more. Okay. So I'm glad that they had that experience, because he really needs to learn that you need to put some respect on Melvin's name and stop trying to come for him all the time. So in the next scene, Kandi and Todd Kandi and Mama Joyce go to Safari's place. And Mama Joyce is laying on this table, child, with her booty in the air, waving it like she just don't care, getting them cups sucked up on it. Now, I will say, Mama Joyce, for her to be as old as she is, she keeps herself up, And Kandi says that she wanted to come to this place because she really wanted to get to know Safari and see, like, what's the going on? Why is my cousin acting crazy over you? Because Kandi really takes a liking to Patrick because he's named after her brother, and he really reminds her of her brother a lot. So she's very close to him, and she's close to Melvin because she kind of Melvin lived with her, and she feels like he's like her son. So, she want to naturally get to know this chick that's hanging around with her baby cousin and see what's going on. So Safari basically reveals that she's not trying to control Patrick necessarily. She just wants to make sure that he respects her. She demands respect. And I get that, sis. Like, ain't no man about to be thinking because you fine, I'm just about to follow around you like a damn puppy dog and do whatever hell you want me to do. No. Now, does Patrick have to follow around her like a damn puppy dog and act like a fool? Hell to the no. He don't have to do that. But if that's his choice and you like it, I love it, whatever. But I'm glad that they had that conversation, because she's basically like, Patrick wants to move fast and have kids. I just want to take it slow and get to know him more. We've been together for a year. Everything's good. And I'm just trying to live my life like it's golden and take it one day at a time with him. So I think Kandi finds comfort in that, knowing what's going on. Next scene, Don Juan and Philip talk to Brandon, and they basically revealed to him that they saw him smooching in the back with Dom. And they're like, so what's the goings on? Like, y'all humping around, and what you gonna do about this? Like, we can't possibly ask her to go to another restaurant. You're gonna have to go over to Blaze if this is the case, or you guys are gonna have to break up. Pick a struggle. Okay. So now Brandon has to have a conversation with Dom about this to figure out how they're going to move forward in the restaurant, because they can't basically be smooching around the restaurant because it doesn't look good. And it's just, it really doesn't give off the right message to the rest of the team. So he's going to have a conversation with her to see what's going on. So he goes to her dance rehearsal practice, and she's like, what the hell are you doing here? And I'm like, girl, stop pretending like you ain't know this man was coming up here. Production had to let you know that this man was coming up here to see you. Like, while we playing these games, and you took a split right into foolishness. I just So anyway, he come in there and see her twerking and shaking the left butt cheek, doing left cheek, right cheek, left cheek, right cheek, for the Rick Ross of it all in London. Okay, so they have a conversation outside, and he's basically like, listen, what you want to do? Because clearly I needs my job, okay? But I do like you. So, but you is going to London, and I don't really want to leave OLG. I mean, I'm just saying. So you try and go work at Blaze? You try and bartend at Blaze, or like, what you want to do? And she's like, no, I'm not going to Blaze. That's too far. So he's like, shit. So that didn't work. So I guess I'm going to have to go to Blaze if she doesn't want to go to Blaze. But I really don't want to go anywhere either. But I do want to keep fucking her. Decisions. You know, I can see this thing swirling around in his head. So they end up saying, all right, look. So we just got to, basically they're going to pretend like they ain't together in the damn restaurant. That's what they're going to end up doing. Because at the end of the day, they can't, if they're not fraternizing in the restaurant, they can't really prove whether they together or together apart. Okay. So hopefully they can play it off enough in the damn restaurant where it don't look crazy. So anyway, I really like this episode. I really, really want to see more and more and more of Brian. He is so freaking entertaining. And the more and more I look at Philip when he not being an asshole, he is a handsome guy. I'm like, damn, why he play for the other team? What a waste. But you know, that's just my opinion. He would have been a real, little good catch for a nice young lady. But you know, hey, whatever. He doing good with his boyfriend, and that's that too. You like it, I love it. But he's a handsome guy, I'm telling you. But yeah, I'm loving the cast. I'm loving how the cast is gelling together. I love Brian. I want to see more of Shardo. I want to see more of his personality, because I loved when he went over there and was like, listen, what we not about to do is play these little games with Chandrika. And I want Chandrika to shut the hell up. Like, everything about you can't be gossiping and all about the tea. Okay. You need to, like, let's show some of her life, maybe her and her boyfriend, something. I don't know. But like, just you being the town crier is just, it's getting old, sis. It really is. And I didn't come on for last week's episode. Last week's episode, it wasn't really a whole lot going on with that. It's just, this week's episode was just a continuation of that. But I do want to say Riley is really, really growing up. Not to be negative, but I'm not the fan of the nose job situation that she did. But she's a beautiful young lady, and she really is. I'm loving her growth, her being in college, doing her thing. I know they celebrated her birthday in the last episode, but I'm like, damn, sis, we having plastic surgery at a young age. But that's her body, that's her. But she can do whatever the hell she want to do, child. That's just my opinion. Everybody got one, like an asshole, okay? But it was good to see Riley, good to see Kayla, and I love seeing the two little kids. They're growing up really nicely too. So that was really the only thing in the last episode that I found that was important, I guess, to talk about. And then Todd agreeing to go into the kitchen. That's about it. But anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. This has been my review for Kandi and the Gang, episode 6. And I will see y'all in the next review. Peace out.